Like a beacon on a hilltop, Bridge Creek breezes furrowed the black and gold. Today is a new day, and with it comes a new opportunity. In the consolation side of the bracket, the McAlester Lady Buffaloes are set to do battle with the host team with hopes on getting in the win column and making it to the consolation championship. Can they do it? We're about to find out. Hello and welcome to the Bridge Creek Gymnasium in Bridge Creek, Oklahoma for Day 2 of the second annual Bobcat Classic. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, along with Nate Brown, and you are tuned in to the Lady Buffalo pregame show here on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM on the KNED app, as well as McAllisterRadio.com on the KNED tab. Video streaming on the McAlester Radio YouTube channel. So today, in the consolation bracket, we have the host team, the Bridge Creek Lady Bobcats, and your McAlester Lady Buffaloes. The boys play a little bit later on today at 5:30, and the Bobcat Classic semifinals against Plainview. That'll be at 5:30, still on this station, KNED, but if you're watching on YouTube, that will be over on the McAlester Radio Facebook page, since the YouTube channel will be preoccupied with Pit 8 action. That will be going on from 4 until about 9:30 tonight. So,
unfortunately, we can't have two live streams going on in the same place.
Why can't we?
I guess it just doesn't work like that.
Partner, it was a tough loss for the black and gold yesterday for the Lady Buffaloes, especially when you consider that they led for nearly an entire first quarter over Chickasha. But today is a new day to erase that game from memory and give yourself a chance to play for some hardware tomorrow.
You're exactly right. I mean, this Chickasha team, like we were saying yesterday in the post-game show, that was a team that is going to be a dark horse to make it to the state tournament. And like I was saying, it was a nightmare matchup for McAlester. It was Chickasha's biggest strength on defense was exactly what McAlester loves to do on offense, which is drive to the rim and get easy layups. They're not a perimeter shooting team, and Chickasha tried to force them into that, and it just didn't work out for McAlester yesterday. But like you said, today's a new day. You get a chance to beat the home team for a chance to go to the consolation championship.
Yeah, let's take a look at the bracket real quick. Again, on the other side of the consolation bracket, we had Plainview and Star Spencer play earlier today at 10 in the morning. Plainview defeated Star Spencer 65-10. So if McAlester beats Bridge Creek, they'll be playing Plainview tomorrow in the consolation championship at 1 o'clock. If they lose to Bridge Creek today, they'll be playing Star Spencer in the 7th place game at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So that is what it looks like with the girls' bracket. Let's preview the McAlester Lady Buffaloes 0-10 on the year, looking for that first win. Today might be the day that they can do it against a Bridge Creek team that is struggling, but they're doing better than they did last year. They're already improving, and they're working little by little, and so are the Lady Buffaloes. And it showed in the first quarter. They were leading that Chickasha team, and they led that Chickasha team for nearly the entire first quarter. They were up 10-5 with about 2 minutes left in the first quarter. But then after that, things started to just go downhill. They were outscored 64-10 the rest of the way behind their shot going ice cold. They only shot 24% from the field. That's a season low for the Lady Buffaloes, and not making a three, paired with 27 turnovers, so just forcing 13 themselves. Again, 20 is a season low for them in terms of points scored. It's their lowest low since they had Grove last year in the area tournament. And then the one before that was just 18 points, and that was against Pryor in the area tournament the year before, or a couple years before that. So, again, the McAlester Lady Buffaloes are taking on a team that they probably have a better chance of scoring on, because, as we mentioned, that's the 6th time this season that the Chickasha Fighting Chicks had allowed under 30 points to a team. They do it often. They are a really good team. And you mentioned it, Nate. It's because of that paint defense that Chickasha possesses, and that's what McAlester really likes to do. If McAlester was not going to get their three-point ball to fall yesterday, they were going to be in a lot of trouble. And then you look at it, McAlester didn't make a three.
Yep, you're exactly right.
But we did have a standout performance from Bodie Nystrom. She had 8 points on 3 of 8 shooting, 2 of 5 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, and a block. Also, shout out to Shiley Mason. She ended up having 6 rebounds as well, which I believe is a season high in terms of rebounds for the seniors. So the two seniors working in the boards when they had the chance to, and also getting the points in Bodie Nystrom. McAlester only had 4 scorers yesterday, as Bodie nearly had half the points. We had 3 other scorers with 4 apiece. So that is your preview for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. We're going to take a minute break, and we're going to preview the 4A Bridge Creek Lady Bobcats when we return here in the consolation side of the Bobcat Classic, Day 2 of the tournament here on KNED.
Stipe Law Firm, your first call when the unthinkable strikes for over 80 years. We focus on wrongful death, personal injury, truck and oil field accidents, insurance bad faith, probate, end-of-life preparation, and Social Security disability claims. We are here to advocate for you in all of your legal needs. We are a full-service law firm with over a century of experience representing Oklahomans across the state, professionally and discreetly. We win our cases in courtrooms, not on social media. Call today, 918-423-0421, or go online to stipelaw.com.
Running into an old friend is nice. Running into a total stranger, well, not so good. Now, you don't need help from Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop for those greetings with friends, but if you have one of those unwanted encounters with a stranger, give Buck Wilson a call at 918-423-3161. They are expert craftsmen, specialists. They can straighten out your situation. Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, 103 East Oklahoma, McAlester. Again, call 918-423-3161.
Welcome back to Bridge Creek, Oklahoma. If you're wondering where that's at, that's southwest of Oklahoma City. You're about 15 minutes away from Mustang. That's a little bit north, and I'd say about 25 minutes away from South OKC is what you're looking at from Bridge Creek, Oklahoma. And we take on the host team today, the Bridge Creek Lady Bobcats. It's here in the consolation bracket of the second annual Bobcat Classic. It's McAlester against the host team. Let's preview the Bridge Creek Lady Bobcats, led by head coach Aaron Shockley. The Lady Bobcats are averaging 34.8 points per game this year. They're giving up nearly 50 at 48.8 points per game. They've already matched their win total from last year. Last year, the Lady Bobcats went 4-22. They finished 6th in the Wynniewood tournament. They finished 6th in the Noble tournament, and they were last in the Bobcat Classic that they hosted, the first ever edition of the tournament. And they lost to Elk City 86-28 in regionals last year. Again, already matching their win total, though, this year with a 4-11 record. They hired Noble assistant head coach Aaron Shockley. This is his first year with the Lady Bobcats. So far this year, they've already placed better in a tournament than they placed in any tournaments last year. They finished 5th in the Wynniewood tournament. And McAlester and Bridge Creek, if you're wondering, well, have we ever played the Lady Bobcats? No, at least not in the Max Preps era. And that's as far as we can go back to 2006. So far this season, they're 0-3 against ranked teams, 73-34 against 3A number 17 Lindsay, 51-39 versus 3A number 16 Bethel, and 74-7. And you might be wondering, whoa, that's a big difference. Well, it was 3A number 1 Washington, and the McAlester Lady Buffaloes know how good Washington is because last year McAlester played that team in the Mid-American Classic over in Ada on the campus of East Central University.
And I believe that just ended up being a 4-point game.
It was a very close game. The only mutual opponent that we have is Chickasha, but get this. Bridge Creek played Chickasha close. It was a 45-37 win for the Fighting Chicks over the Lady Bobcats. Their win so far this season, 44-37 over 3A Comanche, 38-35 over 2A Wynniewood in the Wynniewood tournament, 40-34 over 6A Southmore. Yes, 6A Southmore in the Wynniewood tournament, and 66-42 over 4A Seminole. So that is what you need to know about the Bridge Creek Lady Bobcats. And now this is what you need to know about the McAlester Lady Buffaloes with your players to watch and keys of the game from Mr. Nate Brown.
All right, my first player to watch is Rylan Lesnow. She wasn't able to get the shots she's used to being able to take against the stout Chickasha defense yesterday. I'm expecting that to potentially change today here against Bridge Creek. Cambry Zoomer was also only held to 4 points yesterday, as the paint was completely locked down by the Fighting Chicks defense. Look for Zoomer to find more open lanes today. And Bodie Nystrom was your leading scorer for the team yesterday, and she could have a big-time impact in this game here today. My keys to the game, first off, you got to protect the ball. McAlester had 27 turnovers yesterday compared to Chickasha's 13. It's tough to beat any opponent while turning the ball over that often, especially against a state tournament dark horse. Make smart passes and take the open shots that the Lady Bobcats defense gives you. And second, make the Lady Bobcats respect your perimeter offense. McAlester didn't make a three-point shot yesterday. Don't be afraid to shoot the three if you're left open, and let's see if you can't find your shot in the game today.
That's the thing about the Fighting Chicks, too. Not only did they lock down the paint, they were pretty good around the perimeter as well with Mia Jin, who we were mentioning yesterday. McAlester was only able to take 5 3-point attempts the entire game. They just didn't make one. So let's see if McAlester takes a little bit more 3-point attempts. They've been taking more here lately. Against Hugo, they took like 19 3-point attempts. So we'll see if the Lady Buffaloes do trigger the three a little bit more today. But, of course, their bread and butter is inside the paint with Bodie Nystrom, Rylan Lesnow, and Zoomer on the drive and things of that nature. But don't be surprised if you have Zoomer on the drive or Lesnow on the drive and it finds a wide open Avery Albertson outside, and she may be able to knock some down as well. So we'll see if the Lady Buffaloes can make that happen. We're about to have tip-off here in about 3 minutes here from the second annual Bobcat Classic here in the consolation side of the bracket. Again, winner plays Plainview tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Loser takes on Star Spencer tomorrow in the 7th place game at 10 a.m. We'll be back in about 2.5 minutes with tip-off and your starting lineups here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
So, checking accounts. There seems like a ton to choose from, right? I was looking for one that didn't charge monthly fees, with bounce protection, and had mobile banking. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. The bonus is that they're local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in checking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
At Fenton Nissan, we keep you moving with our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles.
Every pre-owned vehicle receives a 126-point inspection.
We have close relationships with over 20 financial institutions to keep you moving in a new-to-you vehicle of your dreams.
Visit Fenton Nissan for a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, great trade-in values, and the best deal.
Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
When winter winds blow icy and rare, McAlester knows Freeze and Flare's always there. From frosty nights to winter's chill, we'll keep you warm with expert skill. Heat pumps, furnaces, service that's fair, don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare Heat and Air. Mechanical license number 001444485. We're licensed, bonded, and insured.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester says to all Oklahomans, your voice and your dream to buy a new or used vehicle starts today at Patriot CDJR in McAlester.
Take $17,000 off Ram 1500 trucks or get 0.9% financing for 72 months. Take $15,000 off 2500 Bighorns.
Together, we will make Oklahoma car buying great again.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Ram MSRP 57605. Bighorn 76845.
Welcome back to the Bridge Creek Bobcat Classic, as we have our starting lineup, starting off with number 0, senior guard Kaylee Knight for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes, wearing their road black-on-black uniforms with the gold numerals on the front and back. You have number 5, Rylan Lesnow, the sophomore guard, standing at 5'8". We have a little bit of a change to the lineup as well, as making her first start of her varsity career, the freshman guard, number 15, Callie Burrow, is starting today for the Lady Buffaloes. Also number 21, sophomore guard Taylor Williams, and senior guard number 24, Shiley Mason. Your starting 5 for the Lady Buffaloes, once again wearing their road black-on-black uniforms with the gold numerals on the front and back, and will be the visiting team on the scoreboard today. And as this is the home of the Bridge Creek Lady Bobcats, they're getting the royal treatment here tonight, shutting off the lights, flashing the blue all around. They're going to be wearing their, of course, home white uniforms today. Center light is down on top of the Bobcat logo. And here are your starting lineups. Starting off with number 2, Paisley Barker, the junior, for Aaron Shockley's Lady Bobcats, who are 4-11 on the year. Number 10, Emerson Gendrich, the senior. You also have number 21, Katie Powell, the senior. Number 11, Molly Epps, the senior, and number 12, Haley Shin, the freshman, the starting 5 for the Bridge Creek Lady Bobcats, who are wearing their home white-on-white uniforms with the blue numerals on the front and back, as they're looking for their 5th win of the season and trying to get to the consolation championship. We're about to have tip-off that is brought to you by McAlester Clothing Consignment. Accepts consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays and offers a 50-50 split. Consign with us and pick up great bargains. 1212 South Main, McAlester, behind Dollar General. So, buddy, any final thoughts before we get started today?
Just 1 second, sorry. I'm just getting that fixed. Should be a great game today. Interesting to see how this starting lineup works together. It's not a lineup that we've seen, obviously, with Callie Burrow getting her first career varsity start. And looking forward to this, seeing if Coach Shears might have a matchup in mind that she's wanting to exploit.
And Lady Buffaloes will be moving the ball right to left when they have it. The Lady Bobcats will be moving it left to right. Inside the circle for McAlester is Rylan Lesnow. And for the Lady Bobcats, number 21, Katie Powell. There's the whistle. Ball's in the air. Tip is won by McAlester, and it's basketball time here in the Heartland as the Lady Buffaloes, they're not going to be sending the host team packing, but maybe they can get them into the 7th place game. McAlester looking for their first win of the year against the Bridge Creek Lady Bobcats here in their own tournament. Baseline, Williams with the ball. Cross-court pass. Finding Burrow to the high post. Bounce pass inside. The shot is blocked by Taylor Williams, and it rolls out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Buffaloes. And 21 seconds in, that's how the game begins. It's basketball time once again here in the Heartland. Lady Buffaloes against Lady Bobcats, 0-0 game, 7:35 left in the first. First possession for the Lady Bobcats. A jump pass to the right wing to Shin. The freshman surveys the field and passes it back between the rings. Quick swing left side. Three-pointer up by Baker, well short. Offensive board went through the hands. Knight tries to track it down, but it's gathered back by Epps. As we get to the near corner, three-point ball is in the air, clanks off the iron. It's on the deck. It looks like Lesnow's got the rebound after she couldn't handle it on first try. She takes it down the floor herself, and she'll stop outside the three-point line and backpedal onto the Bobcat logo. 7:05 left in the first quarter against two teams that do a little bit better with their defense and their offense. McAlester is averaging 36.4 points per game this year. Bridge Creek just 34.8. Lesnow, overhead pass to the baseline. Williams, one dribble. Shovel pass to the top of the key to Mason. Mason eyed the rim, but decides against the three-point attempt. 2-3 zone defense, kind of a hybrid 2-3, changes to a 3-2. With number 12, Haley Shin, kind of navigating from the low post to the high. Mason right wing, looks around, nothing there. Cross-court pass to Knight. Knight bounce pass into the paint. As taking a bump will be Rylan Lesnow. That's our first foul of the game, coming with 6:32 left in the first quarter.
Foul's going to be on number 15. No, that can't be right.
We don't have a 15 on the floor.
Hey, 11. Okay.
Yeah, he messed up on the number at first. That's number 11, Molly Epps. That's her first personal, team first, of course. Mason will inbound baseline, finds a wide open Rylan Lesnow down underneath the basket and scores with the right hand. The Lady Buffaloes lead 2-0 on the Bridge Creek Lady Bobcats to get this game started. 6:23 remaining in the first quarter. Right wing cross-court pass, finding Powell. Powell wide open left wing three is off. Fight for the rebound. Last touch by the Lady Bobcats. Haley Shin off of her hands. And it'll be McAlester basketball as we have our first substitution. Burrow checks out. Avery Alberson comes in. Now Alberson down the floor, the senior, one of the, I believe, 3 seniors on the team for the McAlester Lady Buffaloes. Bounce pass, baseline. Williams working around the baseline, tries to shovel it and does so over to Knight near corner. Now further into the corner, Alberson a wide open three. Got it! Paint it gold. McAlester did not hit a three yesterday. Avery Alberson, I mentioned in the pregame, you drive a little bit, you find an open Avery Alberson, she can knock him down. And the Lady Buffaloes lead here early, 5-0. Here's a swat of a pass straight to Shiley Mason. Credit Rylan Lesnow with that swat. Lady Buffaloes trying to go up an early 3 possessions, or 3 points, and here's a missed shot down low by Rylan Lesnow. I meant to say 3 possessions. She could not finish down by the rim, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Miss Lesnow. But already, hey, you're making Bridge Creek, you're going to make them have to respect your perimeter game when you make shots like that. And look at Avery Alberson knocking the ball loose, taken back by the Lady Bobcats. McAlester tries to press, but it leads to a foul here in the backcourt.
And that's a foul I'm fine with. You're pressuring Bridge Creek to try and make a play. And, I mean, it did lead to a foul, but typically that'll lead to a steal.
Taylor Williams, first personal, first team foul on the Lady Buffaloes. 5:28 left in the first. Alberson again knocks the ball out of bounds. And right now, just like what they did against Chickasha yesterday in the first quarter, they're creating a little bit of uneasiness with the offense. Here's a tip pass straight to a Lady Bobcat. Inside the three-point line to Shin. Feeds it to a trailing Lady. Here's a throw that's behind the backboard, but a foul first. Molly Epps was fouled. Let's see who gets charged with it. It'll be Rylan Lesnow, her first personal. team second.
And that's one thing to keep an eye on. Ryland's had a bit of trouble with foul trouble here recently, but as the first shot is up and in.
That's the Lady Bobcats' first point coming from Molly Epps. 5 seniors on this Lady Bobcat team. Epps is one of them, and she sinks both of her free throws. It is now 5-2, advantage Lady Buffaloes. 5:18 left in the first. Alperson down the middle of the floor against this 2-3 zone. Passes angle left. Mason takes the left wing three. This is airballed. Goes towards the baseline. Rebounded by Emerson Gingerich. She jogs it across the floor. Knight kind of left her alone, then gathers it back on her. Pass to the near corner to Shin. Shin swings it, top of the key to Powell. Powell driving left side. Hands it back off over to Baker. Baker working around the perimeter. Alperson tries to reach in for the ball. Can't get it. No foul, though. To the left wing, back to Powell. Back to the top of the key to Baker. Baker trying to drive in on Knight, and Knight's charged with the foul. McAlester has 3 team fouls here in the first half of the first quarter, all 3 on 3 different players. I'm just going to say Isabella Hernandez Davis has now checked in for Baker. Lady Buffaloes with a 3-point lead, 5-2, and Alperson nearly had a steal on the inbound. Pass left wing to Shin. Shin kind of left alone. She has an entry dribble, passes back out to Gingerich. Gingerich stops high post, feeds it with the left hand back straight away to Powell. Powell back to the right wing to Epps. Epps dribbles in, dribbles back out, pass left wing. Hernandez Davis takes the mid-range jumper, can't get it to go. It's on the deck, offensive board, pass back out, they'll reset up the offense. Left wing Gingerich. A lot of long possessions by these two teams so far. Good dribble by Gingerich, gets around Alperson to the right wing for the tie. This one's off, and we have a foul on the floor as we had a Lady Buffalo hit the deck, but I'm going to say this is going to be on the Lady Buffaloes. And it will be on Ryland Lesnow. That's her second personal here, and we haven't made it to the 4-minute mark of the first quarter.
And we'll look to see if Coach Brashears decides to make a change. She does not, as Bridge Creek is inbounded the ball.
Left wing back to the far corner. Wide open three by Hernandez Davis. Can't fall either. Ball's on the deck, rebounded by Lesnow. Lesnow down the floor, top of the key. Tries to drive past one way. Took an extra step. That should be a travel. Yep. Took an extra step on the drive.
Looks like Bodie Nystrom checking in for Taylor Williams.
Still a 5-2 McAlester advantage. Exactly halfway through the first quarter. Lady Buffaloes will press.
Bridge Creek 0 of 6 from the field right now.
Epps tries to get past Knight. Pass it to the near corner. Hernandez Davis now across the timeline as they do break the press. 2 is up. Blocked by Bodie Nystrom out of bounds. He'll stay with the Lady Bobcats.
McAllister's playing great defense right now.
Bodie Nystrom tied for the team lead in blocks now with Ryland Lesnow. They each have 8 on the season. Inbound low post, just losing the ball there was the Lady Bobcat. Couldn't handle it on the way up. Gets taken back to the left wing. 3-pointers up off the back iron. Lesnow climbs the ladder and brings down the rebound. Finally ending that possession. McAlester still again leading 5-2. 3:34 left in the first. Alperson left alone between the rings, dribbles angle right. Bounce pass high post. Good feed to Ryland Lesnow. Can she get the Buffalo bounce? No. Hernandez Davis with the rebound. Isabella takes it down the floor. Passing to the corner to Shin. Shin guarded by Nystrom. McAlester 2-3 zone. Bobbing back out, angle right to Powell. Now to the left side to Hernandez Davis. So they set up the offense again. Fakes the pass right, goes with it left. Looks like to Epps. Epps working around a screen to the near corner. Hernandez Davis can't handle the pass. She nearly stepped out of bounds, but she was able to cup it and throw it off of Bodie Nystrom to be able to keep the possession. That was really close on that right foot stepping out of bounds there.
Yeah, it was. But I believe she did stay in bounds.
She'll inbound from the corner near side, again right of the half-court line. Inbounds, finds an open lady. I don't know how she was able to thin the needle between Bodie Nystrom and another Lady Buffalo, but Molly Epps is all 4 points for the Lady Bobcats, and McAllister's lead has been trimmed down to 1 now, 5-4. 2:45 left in the first quarter. Avery Alberson lob pass onto the Bobcat logo to the high post. Bodie Nystrom tried to go inside but couldn't go back out, and she's fouled first by Hernandez Davis.
That'll be her first, team second here in the first quarter.
McAlester got out to an early 5-0 lead, but they have not scored in the last 4 minutes. Again, 10 out of their 20 points for McAlester came in the first. As we have an inbound, Ryland Lesnow 2 won't fall, and it's rebounded by the Lady Bobcats. 10 out of McAllister's 20 points yesterday came in the first 6 minutes of the game. Newly inserted into the game is Jada Jones, the freshman. She's currently got the ball guarded up by Knight, passes left wing. Epps has all 4 points for the Lady Bobcats, tries passing inside. Nystrom gets the interception, and the Lady Buffaloes now move right to left. Alberson dribbles left, past the freshman Jones, now stops up in the front court. Pass top the key inside the paint. Bodie Nystrom forcing her way towards the rim. Can't get the shot to go. Offensive board, Shiley Mason. She's still in the paint. Goes up with it. Throws it off the bottom of the rim, and it'll go out of bounds. McAlester struggling with their shot inside the paint, too. They've had some chances, but have not been able to finish. 2:01 left to go in the first, but McAlester, despite the offensive struggles of about the past 5 minutes or so, still have a 5-4 lead due to their defense.
All right, McAlester shooting 2 of 9 right now. Bridge Creek 1 of 9.
In the backcourt, Hernandez Davis passes across the timeline, finds an open lady, pass to the low post, 2-pointers up. The bank shot won't fall. Bodie Nystrom ends that possession. Lady Bobcats go one and done.